Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson, and I am totally in a rush right now because I'm about to go to LA and I don't have a lot of time to make a video. I only have time to make one video. So today we're making one video, which is unfortunate because I wanted to make a lot. And that's kind of the topic that I wanted to cover today when thinking about your transition and also thinking about everything that you do in life when it comes to happiness, being able to do them well, and feeling a sense of satisfaction in what you're doing. Do you ever feel like you have things going on where you feel like you could have done better, or that you're not happy with the result of what you did because you know that you could have done it better? Perhaps you're stressed out when you're doing things that you need to do to take care of your life. Or maybe there are things where you feel a little confused about how to do something or even overwhelmed. That's kind of the topic area that we're going to talk about today, because it's all about flow, is what I'm just going to start it as, flow. So to give you an example of today, I thought that I had set myself up for success by putting all of the video stuff, and I see the audio cable hanging here. I thought that by putting all the video stuff together, is that okay? Yeah, that's better. By putting all this video stuff together and having it ready, like all the lights and the cameras and the mic and all of that, that I'd be ready to wake up and shoot. But I underestimated the amount of time it takes to pack. And so I actually spent most of this time packing and trying to find that missing cable that I need to get for my toothbrush. Yeah, toothbrushes need cables these days. I don't know if you use an electric toothbrush, but I do. So it got me thinking, like, boy, I could have really done a much better job and just made it a lot easier for me to do the high impact thing today, which is to make some videos for you and make 7 or 8 of them. But instead, I'm only making one. And I'm making this video not about any of those topics I actually wanted to talk about, but this topic because it's the most pertinent and the most present. So here we are, and here I am recording one video with not a lot of time, feeling stressed out and unsure of exactly what I'm going to talk about. That's less than ideal, right? And so, like, when I'm thinking about transition and I'm thinking about all these major tasks that you have to do, or even if you're not transitioning or doing other things in your life, there are those moments where you're like, wow, there's so many tasks that I need to do. I'm a little overwhelmed, and it's just hard to perhaps get to those kinds of things. Have you ever said that or felt that? Or have you ever felt like you woke up and you said, you know what, I can't do all of this today. It's just too much. So this is kind of the point that I want to arrive at, and I'll try and give it to you as succinctly as possible, which is set yourself up for flow. This is a practice that many professional athletes use, that people that study high-performing people use, which is to help a person achieve flow. And flow is this concept where, instead of explaining it to you, maybe I can find a place. Have you ever felt like you are one with an activity, whether that's a sport where you're just shooting threes in basketball, or you just feel so connected to the work that you're doing? There's something there that feels like, wow, I forgot who I was, because in that moment, I was with that thing. I'd merged my consciousness. Maybe you won't say it like that, but have you had something like that? That is what we call flow. And it's actually the main thing that occupational therapists focus on when someone has lost their ability to do anything. Because at its most fundamental root for our own happiness, we have to find something to flow with, something to do, something to connect with, to have a moment where we're focusing and it's our skill meeting, the moment of flow is where your skill meets challenge. That's kind of flow. So when you feel like you can do it, but it's a little bit challenging, that's flow. But then when the challenge is too great and your skill is not there, that's not flow. That's anti-flow. That's like you're just feeling frustrated. And that's where I am today. I was kind of an anti-flow because I had actually way more things to do than I could actually do. And the challenge was too great for me to be able to process and achieve all these things. And the opposite is maybe you've played a game like this where the game is too easy. And so you don't get into flow either because it's not challenging enough. So to set yourself up for flow, here's what you do. You basically do all of the things that get you out of flow and do all those things for you in advance. So, for example, for me, I set up all my camera and lighting gear, and I did that in advance. That's great. That's going to set me up for flow the next day. But where I fell short is I underestimated how much packing I would have to do for my trip to LA. And so instead, I spent most of my morning in flow packing for LA, but thinking about how I'm not going to make the videos that I wanted to make. And so I wasn't really in flow. Do you see what I mean? So when it comes to when you have to do a lot of tasks and you have a lot of things that you're needing to do, and this is especially acute in a transition because you have maybe electrolysis, you have laser, you have you got to go shopping, you got to go HRT, you got to do your name document change. All of these things can feel so much like they're taking away from flow because it's a lot of friction and a lot of stuff. But there's a way that you can make this more joyful and a way that you can make this more enjoyable if you can do things for yourself that are going to help you set yourself up for flow in your day as you execute and do these things. So what are those things that you can do for yourself is the question I would ask. What can you do to set yourself up tomorrow for all of those tasks and things that you have to do that's just going to make your life better? Are you going to maybe set the kettle and get it ready? If you're going to make some tea, put the tea in the tea bag in the teacup and have that ready to go, so all you have to do is pour in the hot water? Or is it having your outfit picked for you prior to that day that you're going to tomorrow, you know? Like, what are those things that you can do that's going to make everything click into place as if someone magically was there to assist you? This is the most interesting concept, is when you are dealing with the repercussions of your past decisions, it's past you that didn't do a good job for your present you. Or you can do a good job for your future you. That is my alarm, which means I have to go. And that was my past me setting me up for flow so I can make this video and then go, so I didn't have to think about leaving. So that was something that I did well for myself. So think about this for you. Think about, what can you do to set yourself up for success tomorrow? What are all the little things that your present you can set up your future you, so that when your future you is experiencing life, they can thank the past you. Thank you for watching another episode with me, and I'll see you in another one soon. Support me on Patreon, and you can buy my book if you'd like. Join our Discord, and I'll see you soon. Bye!